Good evening, I'm Madison Carmouche. One motorcycle group in Letcher County is helping raise money for autism awareness. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more.
Combining their favorite things, riding motorcycles and helping the community. On Saturday, the Seventh Sons Motorcycle Club hosted a ride raising money to support autism programs in the Letcher County school system.
Well, we get to combine the thing we love, which is riding our motorcycles, and then it helps the school system because, you know, they're always in need of supplies and the aids and different things that they have needs for. We give them the money and it goes where it needs to go, and it gives us a chance to get out, ride together, and be together.
James Pratt says through raising money for the sensory park and school system, they have made an impact on the community.
Well, it gives kids with special needs a place to fit in, be around more kids. It's got the same thing going on in their lives, brings the parents together. It's been a big help to our community.
Several other motorcycle groups made their way to participate in the ride.
Oh, it's good for all of us. We all get together. They have events, we have events, and you know, different times through the year. There's various charity rides for cancer, autism. If there's a death in one of the clubs, we can all get together and try to help the families. We do all we can do.
Pratt says they are all a family with the goal of helping their community. In Whitesburg, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Pratt says each year they help raise thousands of dollars for various causes.
Well, it's a mild evening across our area. Temperatures right now are mainly into the 60s, 62 in Jackson, 63 in Hazard. We are 66 in Manchester, 63 in London, 65 in Williamsburg, 62 for Irvin, 64 for Prestonsburg, and 64 for Pikeville. We are 60 right now in Lexington. We look at the forecast for tonight. It is going to turn into a chilly night across our area as we're going to have those overnight lows into the low to mid 40s across our area. Winds out of the northwest 5 to 10 miles per hour, as will be mostly cloudy for tonight, and again feeling chilly, especially into those overnight hours. Tomorrow's breakdown, it's going to be a cool day, at least for the day tomorrow. We'll be into the mid 50s for highs only, as we'll start out again into low 40s. Lots of clouds across our area. We'll see some peaks of sunshine very late into the day, as we'll climb up into, again, really the mid to upper 50s for highs. And we look at our weather timeline here. It's cloudy and cool for tomorrow, sunny and mild for Monday, and then we bring some rain chances back into the forecast as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll have that full forecast coming up.
Today marks the end of the 47th annual Hillbilly Day Festival. More than 300 vendors and hundreds of people walked the streets of downtown Pikeville for the final day, filled with music, activities, and a parade. If you were there, you may have seen the WYMT float going by. President and CEO of the Southeastern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce and chairman of the Hillbilly Days Festival, Jordan Gibson, says the three-day festival speaks to the heritage of Eastern Kentucky.
Eastern Kentucky and Appalachia, it's all about culture, it's all about music. We got 3 live music stages going around town. You can hang out. We got the Hillbillies coming down with the train right now. It's just a great time, family atmosphere, everyone having fun.
Of the more than 300 vendors, Gibson says 53 of them are local, which leaves a big impact on their business and the city of Pikeville. We will have more on that impact tonight at 11. We are not the only ones kicking off festival season. In Louisville, people woke up early to secure their spot for day one of Thunder over Louisville. Folks gather at Waterfront Park to watch the air show and one of the largest annual fireworks shows in the country. Many people made a tradition out of arriving to the event early in the morning to pick the perfect spot, even if it comes with some trouble.
When we got down here, I mean, there was a pile of logs down here, so it's been about an hour and a half moving some wood around, shoveling some mud out of the way, but you know, anything that's worth doing is never easy, so.
This year's theme was celebrating Derby 150, as the event is hosted by the Kentucky Derby Festival. Baptist Health is expanding to the Lexington-Hamburg area. The new facility was announced for the first time back in 2019. Now the $253 million development is complete and just a few days from its grand opening. Samantha Valentino shows us the new location will make health care even more accessible for the people of Lexington and those across the region.
The Baptist story is one that spans generations.
And Saturday, that story gained a whole new chapter.
This is a $253 million facility. It's been years in the making, and it's going to change how patients and families access care in central and eastern Kentucky.
The Baptist Health team and several special guests cut the ribbon on their new Hamburg location. The hospital is conveniently located near Interstate 75 and 64, making it easier for out-of-town patients to get here. Lexington Mayor Linda Gorton says the new facility will also support the city's economy, creating hundreds of new jobs. This location currently employs 300 people, but with plans to expand in the future, their goal is to employ around 700.
This development is not only bringing new jobs to our community, but new revenue that will help continue to build our quality of life and maintain our low cost of living.
Members of the community were invited to tour the new location. Many of them have personal stories about being Baptist Health patients, including Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman.
It was just 2 months after Governor Beshear and I won our first election in 2019 that I became the highest elected woman in Kentucky's history to give birth while in office. And I did it at Baptist Health.
Coleman says from delivering babies to making sure their mothers get to watch them grow up, the members of the Baptist Health team are more than deserving of the title Healthcare Heroes.
But to the doctors and nurses, administrators, custodial staff, and all of the future employees here, for the lives that you will change, for the long hours that you will put in, and the compassion and the service and the sacrifice that you will provide in this space. Thank you.
In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Baptist Health Hamburg will be open for care this Monday. The facility includes an ambulatory surgery center, an emergency department, a cancer center, specialty care, and a multi-story physician office complex. And in our region, a big announcement about a medical facility came out of Middlesboro yesterday. Middlesboro ARH will be receiving a cancer center on its campus. The announcement comes after state legislators, including Senator Johnny Turner and Representative Adam Bowling, who were present for the event, were able to secure a $12 million appropriation from the Kentucky General Assembly. A speaker at Western Kentucky University's ninth Heart and Lung Symposium says there is a need for trauma centers across the Commonwealth. Dr. Andrew Bernard is the trauma medical director at UK's Adult Level 1 Trauma Center. He says injuries are the, quote, most costly disease, more expensive than cancer and cardiovascular disease. He expresses concerns about injuries removing people from the workforce and the necessity of trauma centers to combat the issue. This week, Governor Andy Beshear gave us more details on how Kentucky's medical cannabis program will begin. Senate Bill 47 puts the start date for sales on January 1st, 2025. Under that plan, businesses would only be able to start functioning in that capacity on that same day. But House Bill 829 changed it so they could start the application process 6 months earlier. The first round of licensing will be based on a lottery system, and not everybody is happy about that. Coming up, with Earth Day around the corner, organizations around the Commonwealth are working to better the planet.